Today also marks 5 years since a gunman opened fire inside the newsroom of the Capital Gazette, killing 5 people. And in honor of those lost, the city of Annapolis will host a series of memorials today. And it begins with a wreath-laying ceremony. Bob is in Annapolis again this morning with more. Bob was there when this happened 5 years ago and back again this morning. Bob?
Hey, Steve, good morning. We are at the Guardians of the First Amendment Memorial here, dedicated 2 years ago today in memory of the 5 journalists and employees of the Capital Gazette shot and killed in their offices 5 years ago today. There is going to be a wreath-laying ceremony. Governor Westmore, the lieutenant governor, will be here. A violinist from the Annapolis Symphony Orchestra. There'll be a poetry reading and remarks from Gavin Buckley. He is the mayor of Annapolis, was mayor just 6 months at the time of the shooting 5 years ago. The legacy of this shooting on this city, this is a beautiful memorial. It's a place to reflect, but in a real sense, Mayor Buckley.
I think that we can't forget what happened, right? It was 5 years ago, but we have to remember the lives that were lost. It was very personal for this city. A lot of us knew the journalists, had interacted with them. We see the families on a regular basis throughout the city. So, you know, this memorial by the waterfront is an important thing. And we come back here every year to sort of pay respect and honor the people that we lost.
We'll just, share with our viewers the names: Gerald Fishman, Wendy Winters, Rob Hyas, and John McNamara, and Rebecca Smith. Sitting here today, you say you invited the wife, the widow now, and sister of one of the 3 people shot and killed earlier this month. 3 others were wounded in a shooting over a parking space. So this city, once again, touched by mass murder.
So another incident of horrific violence came to the city just a little bit over, 2 weeks ago. We don't think that this stuff's going to happen to you a second time. You think that maybe one time in your term or one time in a city's history that something like this will happen. 6 people could have died that day. 3 people died, and we want those families to know that we care about them just as much as the families that we lost 5 years ago. Those families are never going to be the same. This city, it shouldn't be a place where that sort of violence happens, and we're all grappling with what to do with that.
Are making some moves, right? Even just in the last week or so, made some announcement. Can you briefly touch on me on what it is you're trying to do?
So we're still under the investigation on that, but I think that we are for, in this city and for the county, we're working on responsible gun ownership. We support gun ownership, but we have to understand that we shouldn't be letting guns get into the hands of wrong people. We should also be attacking the mental health side of it, reducing the number of guns and reducing the volume of firepower. Those things that can really, really cause destructive, life-changing damage. We have to do something about that. It stands to reason.
Thank you, Mayor Buckley. Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Gavin Buckley, the mayor here in the city of Annapolis. And I want to share with you guys part of a statement that former Governor Larry Hogan issued this morning. He was governor of Maryland at the time of the shooting 5 years ago. And it reads in part, "I recall that amid the chaos of the horrific crime scene, Capitol reporters sat with their laptops open, determined to cover the story, the massacre of their colleagues. Even as they confronted unspeakable tragedy and heartbreak, they did not falter, nor did they give in or give up. This level of dedication to their duty in the most harrowing of circumstances is a testament to the necessity and importance of a free press." So, Holly, there you have it. Comments from the former governor. We expect to hear from the current governor, Westmore, Gavin Buckley, and other family members of the 5 who were shot and killed at the Capital Gazette newsroom offices here in Annapolis 5 years ago today. And as I mentioned, there are 2 family members of one of the people who was killed just 10 days or so ago here in a neighborhood of Annapolis, a dispute over a parking space. The gun violence continues, including with a 15-year-old shot and killed in D.C. last night.
It's a difficult day, Bob, remembering what happened and realizing where we still are. Thank you. Appreciate it.